welcome back. My name is Katie and today I'm going to be doing my May wrap-up as well as my plans for June for reading. So I read 6 things in the month of May, 1 short story, 1 graphic novel, 1 collection of poetry, and the rest being novels. So starting off, I read Pale Kings and Princes by Cassandra Clare. This is one of the tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, and this is the 6th one. I listened to it on audiobook. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. Meh. The next thing I picked up was Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. This is a collection of poetry based off of Rupi Kaur's life. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. However, I don't know much about poetry and I don't feel like I can judge poetry from a technical point of view, but I really liked the content of this book. I do want to say that it does get pretty angsty and a little bit melodramatic, but that's really, I really don't want to say that because this is based off of true experiences, so it's really hard to say that, but some of it was a little overwhelming, and I think part of that was because I read this pretty much straight through and it's very intense stuff, and the other part of it was that it was just like a little too much. I would also like to put a heavy trigger warning for sexual and emotional abuse on this book, just to let you guys know that is a big theme throughout this collection of poetry. And then I read Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I actually listened to this massive audiobook, 33 hours of audio, 32 or something like that. It's ridiculous. And I gave this a 2 out of 5 stars. This is a historical fiction novel that follows a World War II nurse that gets transported back in time to the 1700s Scotland era. And I just did not like it. I'm not a fan. It's not for me. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I felt like it was just not for me. Then I picked up First and Then by Emma Mills. This is a young adult contemporary novel. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. And I absolutely adored it. This is kind of a Pride and Prejudice retelling, although it doesn't stick to the straight up plot points. It's more so the characters kind of reoccur from Pride and Prejudice. And I really enjoyed it in a contemporary setting. It's got some really good family themes, as well as the relationship is tops. The writing is not the best. You can really tell that this is her first novel, but I'm really excited to get more from Emma Mills in the future, and this cover is really pretty. And then I picked up The Wicked and the Divine, The Faust Act. This is volume 1 of this graphic novel series. I gave this a 2 out of 5 stars, and the only 2 stars were because the art was so freaking gorgeous. The coloring was amazing. I feel like this graphic novel is trying too hard to be different, and it was super confusing, and the plot points were not explained very well, and there were just way too many characters. I'm just not really sure where it's gonna go, and I'm also not really sure if I'm gonna continue on with this. Then I read The Last Star by Rick Yancey. This is the 3rd and final book to the 5th Wave trilogy, which is a young adult science fiction / apocalyptic novel where aliens have come to Earth and they're trying to wipe out the humans. And this book just freaking blew me away. Like, can we talk about how small it is, first of all? The 5th Wave was like 1.5 of these. Like almost double of this, and then The Infinite Sea and The Last Star are freaking tiny. This book blew me away. I absolutely adored it. I felt like the themes were so amazing. The characters were fantastic. Just a great ending. Little bittersweet, but a great ending to a fantastic sci-fi trilogy. I know this is kind of up in the air for people, but if you liked the previous 2 books, I really do think you're gonna like this one. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my June TBR on this video because I don't really have a lot of plans for June reading wise, so I didn't feel like I needed to make a whole separate video. But last June I only read 1 book, and it was actually an audiobook because I work a lot in the summer. I work for Parks and Recreation. I work for a state parks department, and Summer is a huge time for me to be working and being outside, so I don't get a lot of as much reading done as I used to when I had time off, like when I was going to school. So I think I'm just gonna have a few things on my TBR for June and we're just gonna roll with it. So the first one is going to be After by Anna Todd. I started reading this a couple days ago and I'm about 3/4 of the way through it. I've almost quit like 4 times, but I want to actually make a review video on this, so I'm going to finish the book and then post a review about it. But yes, that is a new adult romance. It was getting a lot of buzz, so I wanted to see what it was about, and also I've been wanting to try more new adult because I've only read one before this, but I'm afraid I made the wrong choice. And then, because I've been reading, aside from The Last Star, because I didn't have a great reading month in May, I didn't really enjoy a lot of the things that I was reading. I am rereading via audiobook A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. It's just something I need in my life, and I'm just listening to it when I travel, and you know, I do what I want. All these books behind me that I haven't read yet, whatever. I need to be back in this world. And then my last book on the June TBR is going to be The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. This is just a fun, light contemporary that I really want to get to over the summer while it's still hot. So that is my May wrap-up and June TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon with another video soon. Goodbye!